Hello, welcome. I'm Renee Valentina, and this is Musing Interruptus. Musing Interruptus is a podcast for sharing thoughts and stories and enjoying idiomatic phrases. You can read along. Just click on Continue Reading in the description to open a Google Doc with the transcription of this episode. The idiomatic expressions are in italics. Try to get the meaning from the context and then look them up to see if you were right. If you like it, subscribe, share, follow. But more importantly, continue the conversation. Drop a comment with your answers to today's questions. I'm listening. The background music is by Blue Dot. In case you haven't noticed, I'm an English teacher. I've been an English teacher for 25 beautiful years. One of my favorite topics is false friends. I don't mean people who pretend to like you and spend time with you on false pretenses, the kind you aren't supposed to love and regrettably end up giving your heart to. I don't like those. Every now and again it has happened to me. I've had my share. Luckily, today we are going into the world of trickery, one in which we can play silly games just by talking. False friends are like words that look or sound the same in two languages. My favorites in English and Spanish are fabric, fábrica, avocado, abogado, actual, actual, agonizing, agonizante, ass, as, brink, brincar, cull, culo, excited, excitado, grit, gritar. Some situations can be inadvertently funny and, of course, borderline ridiculous if you misuse false friends. For instance, the following wildly inappropriate conversation between Señor Hermenegildo and myself. I had gotten married that month and put on some weight. Señor Hermenegildo worked as the laptop rental clerk at the school where I was teaching. He knew I spoke English because my accent in Spanish gave it away, so he eagerly practiced short conversations with me in the mornings. Picture this. It is an early autumn day in Mexico City. The air is crisp and I'm wearing an oversized sweater over my oversized self, minding my own business, thinking about my first class and the best song to kick it off. I used music to start my lessons and set the mood for certain topics. That was a great time. Señor Hermenegildo greeted me with a sly smile. "Morning, Renee. I see you have a new ring on your finger. I had no idea you were getting married. I'm just finding out. Are you embarrassed?" I looked at him. No, not at all. I was surprised that he asked me that instead of saying best wishes because, as we all know, after watching Rita Hayworth and Gilda and Gilmore Girls, you express best wishes to the bride and congratulate the groom. I was expecting at least a mazel or way to go. I got none of that. I was asked if I was embarrassed. That puzzled me. Señor Hermenegildo continued the conversation. "Look, I don't know you that well. I was just pointing out that you're married and gave no indication you were getting married. It was kind of sudden and you're looking maternal." "Maternal?" I exclaimed incredulously, as I had never ever felt maternal. "I'm just carrying a little more weight than usual. But now that you say this, your words are really embarrassing me." Señor Hermenegildo blushed and remarked, "Don't you know that's not how it works? Words can't embarrass you." "Look, I don't want any trouble with your husband." Some may say that this is a perk of being married in this country. Men respect other men's property and would rather avoid confrontation. You see, he wasn't worried about making me uncomfortable, but the reaction of my freshly betrothed husband, in case he found out. It keeps some of the crazies away. However, being considered a possession based on my marital status is off-putting, to say the least. I wasn't going to lecture him. I did, however, realize something. I understood that this was a case of false friends, in every sense of the word. Not only was the laptop rental clerk asking if I had a shotgun wedding based on my weight gain, he was asking a highly personal question when we are not friends. And by the way, none of my real friends asked me that. He also confused the words embarrassed and embarazada. So he either impregnated me with his words and he should be paying child support, or I was embarrassed because he was implying I was so big it must be because I was pregnant. No, sorry, just a person who used to eat her feelings. And you know what? Either way, that was super impolite, Señor Hermenegildo. Words always carry the weight of meaning, of implications, context, and expectations. That is why the words we choose to use are so important. Contextual, powerful, reality-creating entities. I will hand it to Señor Hermenegildo that we choose how to react. We choose whether words embarrass, haunt, scare, motivate, entice, and seduce, instruct, or teach us. We can also choose to ignore them. That is under our control. Thank you for listening. What are your favorite false friends? Have you ever had a misunderstanding like this one? What happened? What strategies do you use to ensure your message is clear? How would you have reacted to Señor Hermenegildo's questions? I'm listening.